Very honest relationship both ways. The guys that want you to fail, they want you to think long term because they want you to fail long term. So you're patient about it. So they're going to make money off you. But the guys that are also pro you, they also want you to be long term, that you're patient with it. And I get that part.
Yeah.
I guess the question, and the part that you explained, which was very simple, was this is something anybody can do. It's duplicatable. I'm not sharing anything with you that's complicated. Rob, can you go to that one slide that he shared about Manhattan, which I think is the best one? If you can go to the one with Manhattan where you're breaking down the different ones that he had. It's right there. Yeah, this is the one. 1626 Manhattan. Can you zoom in a little bit, Rob, so I can see it? You know, what was it, 60 guilders?
What I'm saying is if you have a chance to buy Manhattan for 60 guilders in 1626, you should buy it. But what I would say, which is deeper, is you could buy Manhattan real estate every decade for 300 years and always pay more than the previous guy paid, and it would still be a good idea. And that's because it's the greatest city in North America. Yeah. Everybody wants to do business there. There's a limited amount of land. It's a perfect rock, limited amount of land. So there's never a bad time to buy Manhattan.
But even if you look at this though, Louisiana, we bought it for $15 million, APR 6.3, payoff 12 trillion. California 1848 for 18 million, 7.78 trillion. Alaska for 7.2 million in 1867. It's a trillion, 7.8. You're saying Bitcoin's going to be 240 trillion in 21 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just very easily, the way you say it, it's like it's not a big deal to you.
I mean, look, the takeaway from that slide is the key to getting rich is by scarce, desirable property. Pay for it with fiat. I mean, how much is a guilder worth today? Like, pay for it with money you printed. Yeah. Borrow the money. But, you know, we borrowed the money to pay for Alaska. I mean, the country was broke in 1867. We just fought the Civil War. But what did we do? This guy Seward had the vision to print a $7.2 million check, pay off the Russians. And so number one thing, buy the property. Number two thing, hold it for a long time, right? I mean, because it might not feel like much, but when you're compounding over 100 years or 200 years, and so what do all those four have in common? Well, they're all something you would want to hold for more than 100 years. And so what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is the next frontier. We've already gone as far west as we can go. Now we have to go to cyberspace. I mean, eventually we'll go to outer space, but you know, we're waiting for upgrades in propulsion to go to Mars and the asteroids. But between now and then, you go to cyberspace, and the real point is Chinese billionaires, Russian billionaires, African billionaires, South American billionaires, every company on the planet would rather have their money in the U.S., but they can't get it to the U.S. So where else can I put it? I can put it into the city of Bitcoin. I buy Bitcoin, I sell Africa, I sell Venezuela, I sell Russia, I sell Siberia, I sell China, I buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin is digital capital. Everybody wants it. Everybody knows about it. No one can steal it from you. And what's the use case? Well, the use case is to get rich or stay rich, which is like half of everything.
As an entrepreneur, you are always growing your business.
The great irony is people can't figure out what it's good for. It's like for the last 10,000 years, people have been trying to figure out how to get money and keep it. What it's good for is the wealth that allows you to power your family, your country, your company.
Yeah, I saw in an article where you were suggesting Apple should buy $100 billion in Bitcoin. You said, Bill Gates, call me if you want to make the next trillion, meaning buy Bitcoin. Yeah. And then when I saw a number that just recently came out, is that Berkshire Hathaway, if I'm not mistaken, they're sitting on $325 billion of cash. $325 billion of cash where they're sitting at. If you, right there, $325 billion of cash, are any of these guys in communication with you? Have you spoken to Bill Gates or Warren Buffett or Tim Cook, any of them?
Well, I mean, I speak to anybody about this in confidence, but that I never disclose what I say or that I spoke to them. But I do speak to a lot of